What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, and I am back with another OU Showdown Live, and today I have a fat team. So I wanted to use a Vincune, so I got the standard Vincune set, the Protect Substitute, Calm Mind, Scald. I believe that's the Vincune. What's the other one called? The Crocune? Yeah, Crocune is the Rest Calm Mind one. This is Vincune with the Protect Sub. It's really good at pressure stalling and all that. It's very annoying. Have a defensive Clefable with Soft Boiled and Wish. I can pass that to Scizor, I can pass that to Suicune, I can pass that to Heatran. And here's another fun tech on the team. I really wanted something that could deal with Toxapex, because Toxapex is like the one thing that really stops Vincune with walling it and hazing it, and it can kind of PP stall it. I don't know, it depends where you get in the battle with how many hazes it has and all, but it's just not fun to deal with. So a Magic Guard Alakazam with Life Orb is pretty much always a switch in on Toxapex, barring like a knockoff or something. Even then I could probably live it, but it's going to be really inconvenient. Then we have a Gliscor and Heatran. So I played a couple test games with the team and it's pretty fun. There's some bad matchups, like something that's really powerful Wall Breaker can be a big problem to the team, but hopefully we will be able to at least like stall things out. We're also really weak to Tapu Koko. That's another issue that the team actually has. And this team looks like really scary against us because it's a lot of powerful things, a lot of Wall Breakers and late game sweepers. I actually originally had like Hidden Power Fire on this Alakazam for things like Ferrothorn, in case I didn't want to risk a Focus Blast, but I was like, I'm not going to use Hidden Power Fire because by the time a Scizor gets in against me, it's just going to bop me with a Bullet Punch anyway, you know? So Hidden Power Ice is really cool for the Landorus. Lopunny can really do a number against the team, but Clefable should be able to stop that. But Clefable is also my #1 answer to Hawlucha, which scares me a lot. So maybe if I can get Vincune set up, I can do a number. I really have to watch out for that Tapu Koko though. I'm gonna have to play my Gliscor pretty smart. Let's see. As far as leads, this could be a one of those Stealth Rock Explosion lead Landos. Looks like that kind of hyper offense team to me, to be honest. Because of that, I think I might want to lead Suicune. I kind of want to lead Alakazam, but if he U-turns right off the bat or something, like my Alakazam is dead. I also could go for a lead Gliscor, which I think might be a fun play. I'm going to lead Gliscor actually. Leads Ferrothorn. Unfortunately, I just got rid of Taunt on this in favor of Toxic because I really couldn't touch like Landoruses and stuff, and this was one of my best Landorus counters on the team. So obviously this team has a lot of flaws to it, but we can play around it. We can still have a lot of fun with this. So Ferrothorn, I think I want to go Clefable and get up my rocks because I've Protect Toxic Heatran. So I think he's going to set up hazards. I want to get my rocks up against him because I want to break potential Focus Sash on Landorus or something. He misses Leech Seed, which is a little bit bad for him, but like really not a problem. So he sets up Spikes, which is fine. It's kind of what I expected from him. I just wanted to get my Stealth Rock up for his team, and really good play going for a Leech Seed there. So he Spike Leech Seed, could be Protect right here. Let's see. I mean, I feel like his play is to Protect if he has it, or nothing switches into a Magma Storm. So I'm actually going to Magma Storm on his Landorus right here. Landorus is definitely his rocker. Most definitely his rocker. He's going to try to set up rocks right now. But I do want to keep the Heatran around in case, just in case I can live one from the Koko later in the match. So what I'm going to do is go Gliscor here. Just in case he Earthquakes. If he Stealth Rocks, I do have Defog, and Clefable can probably get up the rocks later in the match, especially against like Ferrothorn, as long as Ferrothorn doesn't have something like Gyro Ball. Even then, Clefable eats that and can probably get up rocks against it. But I want to be careful. I don't want to let my Clefable get too low, because Clefable is going to be my #1 check to both Lopunny and Hawlucha. So Hawlucha might honestly just be able to win this match single-handedly. So Stealth Rocks, if he has Explosion, he's going to go for that If he doesn't, what would he go for? He might U-turn into something. U-turn into Lopunny could be a play. He could Hidden Power Ice. I'm going to defog and hope he's not Explosion. Nice, so we see that he switches out to his Ferrothorn, so we get those rocks off, which is really nice for me because basically that trade, I traded a little bit of health on my Heatran for a good amount of health on his Landorus. And what was his Landorus' item? Did we see anything? If we don't see an item, Landorus could be Z-move, Coco could also be Z-move though. What I'm going to do here is going to go ahead and go back out into Clefable, I think, to re-get up my rocks, or I could go Heatran. I feel like he wants to Leech Seed right now though. Just the way he's playing, I feel like he would want to Leech Seed. Goes for Spike, that's fine. I do have Wish on this, which is really nice for healing back up my Heatran, but I will just Stealth Rock up. He is going to set up more spikes, and I will Wish over to my Heatran. So if I were him right now, I would double Leech Seed. I think that's definitely his play. I don't think Alakazam's Focus Blast kills this from full though, so I don't want to make the double into Alakazam. I think I'll still get health back on my Heatran even if he Leech Seeds this play. And I still get a Magma Storm off, which is really, really nice. Because that means if I hit this, he doesn't get to keep his Landorus. And I'm tempted to Toxic in case he does want to bring something else in. But I think Magma Storm's always just my best play because he doesn't have a defensive switch into that. So Conkeldurr comes out. Conkeldurr is going to take... Oh, critical hit. So Conkeldurr takes a ton from that. Thankfully for him, he has the Leech Seed and probably wants to Drain Punch right now. If he's bold, he might Ice Punch, predicting my Gliscor. But I kind of want to protect, but I don't want my Heatran getting too low. So I can go Gliscor. As long as he doesn't Ice Punch, Gliscor would be a good play, and I can Earthquake him back. But the issue with that is Gliscor is like my best switch into Landorus, and if he Ice Punches, I'm going to look like a darn fool. Then again, I think Gliscor might just be my best play. Because I can't let Clefable go down, and I don't want to stay in. So he actually Mach Punches there, which I don't think is the play. If you expected me to stay in, I would have Drain Punched. I don't know. Obviously I could have stayed in, but like a Mach Punch would have done so much to me. So I'm just going to Earthquake here. Don't want to overpredict anything. I just want to get that Conkeldurr out of the way, and I want to see him gone. Don't want to see that Conkeldurr in my face anymore because he's actually a really big threat to this team. So Lopunny comes out, and Ice Punch should just always... Ice Punch or Fake Out. And I think I can just always go... what I actually kind of want to do is go Scizor. But Scizor is going to take a ton from High Jump Kick. I'm going to go Clefable. Because I think Clefable can scare this Lopunny out. And I think that'll just give me a Moonblast. Because I don't think he wants to stay in. Yep, goes Ferrothorn. I could have Soft Boiled, but I'm so close to full that I don't know that it truly matters. And I'm really curious how much Alakazam's... I think I have my Alakazam set up right now. Versus Ferrothorn. Oh, I have it up right here. I was trying to see how much HP Fire does. Focus Blast does not kill from that range. So what I'm going to do is send a Wish. Oh, goes back into Lopunny. Probably trying to predict my hard Heatran, but I have Wish, and this Ferrothorn doesn't look like it can really hurt me. So I do want to pass a Wish over to my Heatran if possible. Knocks off. That's unfortunate. Like, that does hurt, but it's not the end of the world per se. But definitely would have rather preferred having those leftovers on me, to be honest. Have I showed Protect yet? I'm going to Protect, just in case he wants to go for a High Jump Kick here. Goes for Power Up Punch. A little bit spooky. Don't like the look of that. I think I'm still going to go Clefable. I think Clefable's still my best play. Right now, like, obviously it looks like I'm in the lead because I have more Pokemon than him, but it, like, at any point a lot of his team can just... Ooh, did I maybe should have soft-boiled. If he goes Coco here, I could lose the game right now. That's what I was saying. I had to... How much did return do? Return did 41, so it would have been beneficial for me to soft-boiled once to get a little bit of health back. Because at any time, Tapu Koko comes out and Hawlucha can win the game, essentially. Suicune can hopefully live one, but he can just Volt Switch into Hawlucha right now. How do I not lose this game? Let me think. If I switch out hard right now, if I go Gliscor, that could absolutely make me lose because he can just set up with Hawlucha on Gliscor. If I stay out and soft-boiled, he can kill my Clefable, but that denies setup from his Hawlucha. Not really, because he can just go into something else. I feel like I kind of want to sack something, but I don't know what to go into. I don't want to lose my Clefable because if I can soft-boil it up on the Ferrothorn or something, that would be really, really good for me. But I don't want to go Scizor or Gliscor because that gives him setup. So I think I'm going to... Suicune might be good to take one from the Hawlucha. I'm actually going to go Heatran. That was kind of just like a short time thinking. And he U-turns, which is actually really good for me. I mean, I suppose he could go Hawlucha here and try to set up on the Heatran. Yeah. But, as long as I hit a Magma Storm, it shouldn't be a free setup. So please hit Magma Storm. I shouldn't have risked it. Okay, he's getting greedy though. That is a whack play, my guy. Super, super whack play. Super whack play. I'm gonna Earth Power on his Roost. And he either has to... Alright, this is a 50-50 because he either has to high jump kick me and kill me, or he has to Roost. If I hit a Magma Storm on his Roost, he loses. But if he high jump kicks me and I protect, I win as well. I'm going to Magma Storm. If I hit this Magma Storm, I win. Nice, nice, nice. I don't think that critical hit mattered. I do think he got a little bit greedy there, and he quits the game. So, whew, like I understand that he needed a second Sword Stance to kind of like blow through my Suicune, I bet. I don't think he would have killed me from there, but I do think he needed to get rid of the Heatran because the Heatran doesn't necessarily allow free setup unless you start dodging things. So we see Greninja, lack of a good Greninja answer on this team. Suicune's probably my best. Hoopa, that's a weird choice, and Charizard, another one that can really bop the team. But the hope is to get something that Suicune can set up on. I'd have to obviously get the Tapu Bulu low first, but if I can get Suicune set up with the Tapu Bulu low, should be able to win through this. Suicune's probably my best answer to this Greninja. But the question is what he wants to lead. I think Greninja lead is fine for him. So what I'm going to do is lead my Scizor, I think. If he leads Charizard, I get bopped. Oh my gosh. I'm going to lead Suicune, because Suicune leads okay against Greninja or Charizard, I think. And leads Hoopa. So I don't know anything about this Hoopa. I'm actually going to look it up on the damage calc because people don't run this Hoopa in it. So Choice Specs is the likely set. I think people usually run Special on this one. I mean, as far as switch-ins, I have no idea what to expect, to be honest. Like, this might just blow through my Heatran. I'm going to look like a... This thing's going to make me look like a damn buffoon. I know it blows through, like, protection and stuff, so that's not going to work out. I can maybe try to weaken this thing and revenge it with Scizor, but, like, anything that switches in on my team's going to get wrecked. I can revenge kill it with... I can barely revenge kill it with Alakazam because I don't have Shadow Ball. I'm just gonna stay out and Scald because, oh my gosh, holy cow. That did nothing. That did really absolutely 0 damage. Heatran, it depends if this is Zard X or Y. I kind of feel like this is Zard Y and a Choice Scarf Greninja. Just because I think it would be a better build for the team. But this could be like X and then either Greninja, I suppose. But this is about to blow through me. Clefable's always helpful. There's no matchup that like Clefable does nothing in. Gliscor is looking like the weakest link, but Gliscor is my best Heatran switch in. Alakazam I like because of just the revenge kill capabilities. I think I'm gonna go Heatran. That's tough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this Shadow Ball is gonna blow me back. I am faster than this though, which is nice. So Shadow Ball on nothing. I'm gonna Magma Storm. It's like the Hoopas are just so powerful, just like so powerful. And I told you at the beginning of the episode, with a powerful wall breaker, this team kind of just like, with any sort of fat team, like you have a powerful wall breaker and it just it sets up, or it's just strong and it just plows through your team. Something like a Kartana we can deal with, but like Hoopa's looking bad. It's looking real bad. Oh my god. I would have been better Earth Powering there. And I don't have Shadow Ball on Alakazam. I could try to fake the Shadow Ball on Alakazam. Doesn't this thing have like really bad defense? Could Scizor kill it in one bullet punch? Bullet punch will do 50. No way. Oh my gosh, this thing's gonna kill me. We're gonna get bopped by this team. Absolutely floundered by it. I'm gonna try to scare it out with Shadow Ball, but we don't have it. We do not have Shadow Ball. Maybe I should change Hidden Power Ice to Shadow Ball. I think that would be better. I'm gonna change Hidden Power Ice to Shadow Ball. Psychic. Please switch out. Please be afraid of the Shadow Ball. Be afraid of Shadow Ball. Please, please, please. Because if you're not afraid, thank you. Thank God. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that thing was about to blow through my entire team. And we see this is not Assault Vest Tapu Bulu. So, because I Psychicked... He knows I'm Life Orb now because of how much that did. And he could go Greninja. Hidden Power Ice will kill this, and it'll also cover a Greninja switch. Yeah. He might think I'm like Specs or something. So, Greninja is a boy, so we can't really tell if it's Protean or Ash yet. So I'm just going to go hard Suicune because it's probably my best counter to this. And we see that it is Ash Greninja. If this is Ash Greninja, that makes me think this Charizard would be a Charizard X so that he doesn't set up the Sun against it, which is good knowledge, good knowledge. So I'm going to go into Clefable because I can tank some Dark Pulses and I really need to get my rocks up, like really, really badly. I think his best switch would probably be Heatran, but if he predicts rocks, he might go Hoopa and just claim a life. And that's a more aggressive play, but I think it's a fine play to make. Okay, my one Heatran answer is really Gliscor. So, go Gliscor. If he would have Will-O-Wisped or something, I would have looked like a buffoon. He would have crushed me. I'm faster than this, so I can roost all the time. Furium Z, looks like. Alright, so we get to live that, thankfully. And we find out what his Z mover is, and we can roost that off, thankfully. Good thing I made this 1 point faster than 1 point faster than that. So Greninja is obviously a huge threat. Dark Pulse, it does a ton. I hope he water moves because I think I'm going Suicune again. Suicune's just always my best play. If he Dark Pulses, I can go into Clefable. Unfortunately for him, he misses, which is really, really, really huge for me. Tapu Bulu could come out. I'm going to double into something that threatens the Tapu Bulu, I think. I think I'm going to double into my Scizor so I can get the Mega off, and then U-turn out. Or should I just Scald? Because I should be able to come in on this Tapu Bulu every single time. I'm just going to Scald. Because I can come into Tapu Bulu with my Scizor every single time, even if he has something like Superpower, even if he has something like Stone Edge Scizor, especially like fully defensive Scizor should be able to take that every single time. By the way, like always, I'm going to have an alarm go off in like 2 minutes, and I'll have to be on the ball when getting that. So get rid of that Tapu Bulu right there, which is really, really nice. Zard X might come out and try to start setting up now. Thankfully it doesn't. Hoopa comes out, and Hoopa can kill me. Hoopa can just end my day. But I stand by Suicune. Suicune can win this game. So what I'm going to do is Scizor gets beasted by almost everything. I think Scizor might be the most expendable member right now. Alakazam could also be that. I'm almost out of time. I'm going Scizor. I keep playing down to the timer. So I'm just going to Bullet Punch into Bullet Punch, I think. Goes Zard. So that's actually really good for me because I get damage on this. And I can't let this set up at all. I have 10 seconds left. I'm going Gliscor. If he's Zard X and Dragon Dances, that's bad. Defog Zard X. That is quite an interesting set. I'm going to Toxic in case he roosts. Really, really, really interesting that he has Defog on his Charizard. I guess he wants to get that in on the thing that is... So if he's Defog, that's probably not Dragon Dance, which means I can wall him with this Gliscor, I think, which is just incredible. Like, so, so good for me. So thank you for having a wacky set, dude, because otherwise you would have crushed me. Landorus comes out here, probably wants to set up my rocks. This is my Landorus counter. Hidden Power Ice, gonna do a lot, but I can hit him with the Toxic, sorry for my alarm. Lo Siento. So I'm gonna go Scizor because I can eat a Hidden Power Ice, I can Roost off, I can U-turn out, I will eat an Earthquake, I can eat anything. Did I Toxic his Charizard? I did, right? Yes, that's incredible, incredible, incredible. If he would have been Dragon Dance Charizard, this I think could have easily bent over. I would have had to play around with Toxic and then trying to stall it out with Clefable, but I think after a Dragon Dance, probably 2 Dragon Dances, a Flare Blitz will just blow back Clefable. Really, really good offensive double on his part. Like, really, really strong. I don't want to go into my Gliscor because I think I will die to a Magma Storm. I don't really have time to calculate, and he sets up rocks. Good play by him. What I'm going to do is actually go ahead and sub up, I think. So, Magma Storms, I'm going to Calm Mind. He should not be out here Magma Storming. He should, I think, if I were him, what play would I have made? I think I would have gone hard Hoopa, honestly, if I was him. I guess he might have been afraid of the Scald, but, honestly, it's tough to say what the best play would have been for him. I'm just gonna Protect, see what he wants to do, I think. Probably just Earthquake. U-turns out. So if he's U-turning out, I don't think that breaks my sub. I really don't think that breaks my sub, so I'm gonna set up another Calm Mind. And we also get to see if I'm faster than him. I think this is Choice Scarfed. And he actually quits the game. I don't think it was necessarily over, and I definitely think he had the matchup, but end up winning that one somehow, so I'm not complaining. You know, we take those right to the bank. So Appreciate that, my guy. So thanks for the points. But I think what really sealed the deal for him was having Defog on his Charizard. I think he should throw Defog onto that probably Choice Scarf Landorus. I think that would be a better Defogger form. Maybe even making a like Rapid Spinner on his team. Like a lot of times when I use Charizard, I like to have something with Rapid Spin and Defog. So really cool Gallade team that we see here now. Gallade and Bisharp can be both very scary to me. Suicune should be really, really good against this team. Like, get rid of the Gallade or just be in behind a sub before the Gallade, burn the Gallade, something. Suicune's going to be incredible in this game, and that's awesome because Suicune can just win games like that. Zapdos, obviously, a very, very big problem, but I can Toxic that, which is awesome. And I think what I want to lead is, like, I'm tempted to lead Gliscor, but I think he might lead Heatran, possibly. I could lead Clef and just try to get up. I'm gonna lead Clef and try to get up my rocks early. So leads Lando. I'd like to have my Clef healthy for the Gallade, but I really think Gallade, like after a Swords Dance, will be able to put a number in against my Clef, and I really want rocks against him to pressure the Zapdos and his switches, I think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, U-turns as well. So thankfully I get my rocks off right away, which is really, really great. This is a little bit scary because he could be Will-O-Wisp on his Heatran, but I don't think he'd Earth Power right now. He would either Will-O-Wisp or Magma Storm. So I'm actually going to go my own Heatran first and sets up his rocks. So there's no way he Will-O-Wisps now. He would Earth Power. And I want to get my Toxic Orb up on my Gliscor, and he actually Z-Tex. So I thought that was Z-Fire. So lucky me, lucky me. Would want to go to something that can eat an Earthquake, maybe Zapdos if he's Hidden Power Ice. So I'm actually going to Toxic right off the bat. Goes Ferrothorn. That was another thing he could have went, but I was like, if I could have gotten an early game Toxic on that Zapdos, that would have been so huge for pressuring his team. Like so huge. So what I'm going to do here is go, I feel like Heatran, hard Heatran is obvious. So he might Leech Seed, but if he doesn't, if he Leech Seeds Clef with a Wish, I think is the play. But if he goes for Spike first, I think Heatran is the play. Ooh. I'm gonna go Heatran. I feel like it's the most obvious play. He's probably gonna Leech Seed, but it does deny a Spike at least, which is really awesome. With so many things on his team, like honestly, he might make the same play. I'm actually gonna Earth Power right here. Goes for Protect, which is a really good play. I'm gonna Magma Storm now. If he goes into his Zapdos, which would, I don't know why he would go into your Zapdos, but please go into your Zapdos. He also could go, I'm gonna double Earth Power, dude. He's going into his Heatran. He's going into his Heatran. I told you, it's obvious. He was going into his Heatran. Easy read, come on. You know, you Earth Power, and it looks like you're gonna do something else. Easy money, baby, easy money. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna double back out into my own Heatran, I think, on his, or what should I do? I'm gonna Earthquake. Dude, nice playing with your Heatran. No, I understand that. No, well, I sort of understand it. I don't fully understand it. But I've done so many stupid things with my Heatran in the past, so I can't be the one to talk. Honestly, I'm not, like, I can't say that at all. I make so many, like, dumb plays. I'm like, there's no way he does this right now. There's no way. And then I always get beat for it. So, Zen Headbutt can flinch me. Hopefully I didn't just speak that to life. He actually misses. Oh, dude, I'm getting some lucky hacks going my way today, thankfully. So, I mean, flinch would be justified, but he doesn't get it, thankfully. If he did flinch me, he really could have been a big problem, but I could have just come out and bullet punched with my Scizor. Let's see. I think I can go hard Scizor. I want to Moonblast. Moonblast is really tempting, but here's the issue. If I get the special attack drop, he could really cause some big problems for me. So I think Scizor eats everything he wants to do, like, pretty well. Swords Dance at +2 versus a defensive Scizor. Sucker Punch does half. And U-turn really doesn't do that much. It's a little bit spooky, honestly. I think Gliscor should be able to eat one Sucker Punch. I could Swords Dance first. Swords Dance first might be a dumb play. Because Sucker Punch into knockoff. Wait, why is his knockoff doing so much? I don't have an... Does this know that I don't have an item? Oh no, I guess knockoff is just that powerful. This is tough. This is a really tough play. I think I'm going to U-turn out. If he Swords Dances again... Alright, so he actually knocks off. I was going to say if he Swords Dances again, that's super, super scary for me. I think Gliscor eats one and Earthquakes him. Let's see, Gliscor, I'm specially defensive, which is a little bit of a bummer right now. I don't have any of this bulk. We die to a knockoff, but we're faster than him. But after rocks, it looks like a roll. How much are we at? Well, no, we U-turned out, so we get back up to full. Yeah, so we always live this. All right, all right. Very, very good, very good. And he does not Sucker Punch, goes for knockoff. So thankfully, we get out of that one alive as well. So what was his rocker? Oh, his rocker was his Heatran, I think. I'm gonna get these rocks off real fast. Because he can't really touch me. He can Leech Seed me, but that's not that much of a threat, honestly. I think I can go... I'm gonna go Scizor and get up a Roost, I think. Good play going for the double Leech Seed, but I think I just Roost on this, and I don't think he hurts me, even if he like has Hidden Power Fire or something. And I can just go right back out and get rid of these hazards if I want to. So he can set up his hazards, but I can get rid of them. Sets up his spikes, but I don't like those spikes, so I get these spikes away. Peace out, spikes. Clefable should be faster than this, so I'm actually going to go out to Clefable and misses Leech Seed again, which really sucks, but like you can't steal my health anyway. Clefable is nice, but we'll see if he's Gyro Ball. So he's Power Whip, so doesn't do much at all. We can set up our Stealth Rock. That will pressure his Zapdos on switch in, and he decides to quit. So we are 33 minutes in. I think I'll just call the episode there, I guess. Vincune really did not get to do nearly as much as I would have hoped to. Would have put in work in the second game. Could have put in work in this game, but we played it well enough that he didn't really have to. So that's the end of the live, I guess. So, peace. Like it if you liked it, and subscribe if you liked it as well. But that's it. Peace.